Alrighty, let's get started. So the foundation that I'm going to be using tonight is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and you can get this at any drugstore. And I'm applying it with a damp beauty blender. I made sure and made it damp with my UD All-Nighter spray. And so this is going to give it a really flawless finish, and it's also going to help set the foundation. Now, as my primer today, I'm going to be using my Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. This works great as a concealer or as a primer as well, and I'm just using the Beauty Blender just to help set it before I start the eyeshadow process. Now, this is a little teaser of my eyebrows. I will put the link above so you could go ahead and click on that if you want to see an in-depth eyebrow tutorial, just because I don't want this video to take years. So with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, I'm using this to basically blend the transition color, and this color is called Fresh Peach from the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit. Now with my Sigma blending brush, I'm using the color Bengal from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Single Shadow. This is like a very shimmery, soft light brown. Next, I'm going to be using my Scotch tape to make sure that this look is very precise. I highly recommend doing this if you're not very familiar with applying eyeshadow, especially if you're going to go darker than this. I am just following the angle of my bottom waterline area, and I'm just angling it up, and I'm making sure that it's completely even. So yeah, if you are a beginner, I highly recommend this. Now on the outer V of my eye, I'm going to be applying the color Deep Plum from the Anastasia Single Shadow as well. And you can use anything. It's kind of like a maroonish, purpley brown. Really any color like that. It doesn't have to be this specific brand. And I just wanted to kind of zoom in here so that you kind of see. So I tend to do the circular motions to blend, and then the windshield wipers to bring it in, but circular motions is what's going to really help blend that out. And anytime that you're applying any type of color that's a little bit more dramatic, I highly recommend blending. That is the key to making the eyes always look really nice and fresh and precise and just a lot better. I can never stand it when it looks very harsh on the eyes without the blending. So the circular motions is really going to help. My Morphe palette, I'm using this really pretty pinkish lavender iridescent color, and I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I sometimes call it UD, so sorry if I confuse you. But I'm just basically, I sprayed the brush so that I could apply it and get as much pigment on it. And I will be applying it also with a regular brush that hasn't been set with the setting spray. And now I'm just going in with that beauty blender, the blending brush, just to kind of make sure everything's nice and blended. And the color that I'm using on my brow bone is the Vanilla from Anastasia. And then I'm just using a very shimmery light pink to highlight. And I'm also going to be using this in my not my waterline, in my inner corners of my eyes to give it more of a dramatic highlight. Alrighty, time to remove those bad boys. Yeah, nice and precise. Now I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me stick for the cream contour. This is awesome. It's drugstore product, and I'm going to be applying the bronzer over it as well to do contouring. And I'm just using that Flawless Concealer brush from e.l.f. I mean, these are $3. I bought like 10 of them. But I'm basically just going to be doing my contouring right now. I'm going to be going over it with my NARS Laguna bronzer and the NARS Ita brush as well. Because this color is a little bit too orange, but if you go over it with the bronzer, it's just going to give it a really nice bronze color. But the reason why I'm using this is it's because it's going to help sculpt it, and that's what I really want. Next, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer for my under eyes. I'm also going to be doing more highlighting with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I have been loving this for highlighting. You can also use this just as concealer alone, but I really love the Pro Longwear. I've been using it a lot lately. I have recently discovered it, and I've known about it for years. I just never used it, so I'm loving it. But I'm just using my Beauty Blender to blend it all in and just going all around, making sure everything's super blended. I mean, that is so important, especially with these darker colors when you're applying like cream contour. So make sure that everything is nice and blended, and I'm just, you know, lightly dabbing everything back and forth. I have to make fun of myself, the faces I make. I don't know why I do it. Why do women do this, especially when they apply mascara? Brush again, just keep on blending everything in. I want everything to look great, so blending, blending, blending. And a little jiggle. So now with the NARS Ita brush and the NARS Laguna bronzer, I am just going to be going over it and blending everything in. I will later go on and do my blush as well towards the end of this video, so don't worry, I'm not forgetting about that. But I'm just, you know, creating that sculpt line. I'm sculpting. I'm not talking. The same color that I used on my brow bone, I'm going to be using on the highlight of my cheekbones, and I'm just using the tapered brush from e.l.f. as well. I'm not kidding you, this brush was $3. It's very comparable to the Sigma Beauty highlighting and taper brush, and I will admit I do like the Sigma one better, but this one is just as great. And I'm going to be using this brush also to be setting my powder. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit before I apply my Fresh Peach under my eyes with the angle brush. I'm also going to be using that deep plum underneath with the angle brush as well. I'm going to kind of smoke it up a little bit, not too much. Studio Gel Liner, Blackest Black. I'm creating that winged look, my favorite thing to do. I don't think I ever not create a wing, but I love creating my little wings. Just makes my eyes look a little bit more exotic. But I am just using the Hello Kitty angle brush. I love this angle brush. It is awesome. It's very thin. It's going to give a really nice, thin, precise look. And I'm just going to be using it in my waterline as well. Now I'm just setting my foundation, concealer, all of that with the tapered brush from e.l.f. And I'm using the e.l.f. Matte Translucent Powder. And like I said, these brushes, they were $3. You cannot beat it. Next, I'm using the MAC lip liner in the color Whirl. I'm going to be applying this all over my lips, and you can leave it if you're looking for a mauve matte color. I've been doing this a lot throughout the year, well, towards the end of the year. But if you watched my last favorites video, you know I talked about it being one of my favorites. I'm going to be layering it though. I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Rose Lipstick, I believe it is. I'll make sure and link everything below. But I am adding a bubbly pink, purple, lavendery color. It's called, I'm not sure what it's called. It's from Dose of Colors, but I'll make sure and put the name of it. So the blush I'm using, it is from the Morphe palette. I love this palette. It comes with, I think, like 6 or 8 blushes, and it's $15.95. Look how beautiful that is. It's just so gorgeous, and it's pretty pigmented. So last but not least, I'm just kind of going over everything, making sure everything's blended with my little blending brush from Sigma, and perfecting everything so that I could get my final look. And that is all. Time to do my hair and get ready. I take that back. That is not all. Of course, how can I forget mascara? With eyelashes, I always forget to put mascara on just because it's so nice. But I want to be full on glam, and so I need to put some mascara on. And I will be also adding a little bit more color to my lips. I just feel like I want a little bit more pink. So this is a hot pink color from NYX, and it's the Mega Shine one. So thank you so much for watching, and be safe and a Happy New Year. Thank you.